I'm going to tell you a story, but the first thing you have to understand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle because I'm the one who's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. Apparently, Little Dims is still working its shenanigans for its. I don't even know what kind of game it's trying to do with this, but clearly it thinks it's going to get something out of it. Some pathetic little Carpati. I don't know what. I mean, like, actually, I know exactly what it thinks it's going to get, but, like, I don't understand why it thinks it's going to get it. It's just being stupid still. I don't know what else. Alright, so. Compound vowels. In the previous lesson, we learned how vowels combine if the first vowel is not a or a. In those situations, the first vowel becomes a semivowel, such as in the case of ya. But what does happen to the first vowel is a or a. In this lesson, we learned what happens and complete our basic picture of the Sanskrit vowels. E and O. A and a combine well with other vowels. So when a or a is the first vowel, we get these new combinations. We get E from the A and the I, and we get O from the A and the U. We also get R and L from, A and R and A and L. R and L are the semi-vowels, and we have seen them already, but E and O are new sounds. And here is E. And here is O. E and O are called compound vowels since they are compounds of two different vowel sounds. Compound vowels are always long vowels. All the other vowels we've seen are called simple vowels, and these simple vowels can either be short, like a, or long, like ah. AI and AU. Can we combine A with these new sounds again? Yes, we can. A or ah with E becomes I. And that is voila. And a and ah and O become ow. Voila. I and ow are also compound vowels. They're also long. Can we combine A with these sounds once more? We can, but the result is the same. There are no more sounds we can create. Combining compound vowels. We have seen almost all the different ways the Sanskrit vowels combine with each other, but there is one loose end. What if the first vowel is a compound vowel? If the first vowel is a compound vowel, then we usually see the following change. E plus A, E plus A becomes I, A. Or A, A. I plus A becomes I, A. O plus A becomes Ava. So we get the V's come in. I'm guessing that's a Sandhi kind of deal. Ow plus A to Av, A. And likewise, the second vowel is not A. Is not A. If these changes feel strange to you, it might help to remember where the compound vowels come from. For example, the compound vowel E comes from the A and I. So when E is followed by some other vowel, it's as if the I sound becomes a semivowel, ya. We can think about I in the same way. But if thinking about the vowels like this way is too confusing, you can just memorize the 4 changes above. We can just memorize those changes as already outlined. And that brings us to consonants. In the previous lesson, we learned that the Sanskrit vowels. We learned about the Sanskrit vowels and how they combine with each other. In this lesson, we'll learn about a new type of sound, the consonant. For example, the semivowels we saw in the previous lesson, ya, ra, la, va, are all consonants. We create consonants by disturbing clean flow of air through the mouth. If we use different points of pronunciation and touch them in different ways, we can create new consonant sounds. The first 25 consonants. When we make sounds like K, and P, the flow of sound through our mouth stops completely. We pronounce the first 25 Sanskrit consonants by stopping the flow of air through our mouths. For example, we create the K sound by touching the base of the tongue to the soft palate. We call this ka because ka is easier to pronounce than just K. than just ka is pronounced when the flow of air continues in a gentle way. If it continues in a forceful way with extra air, we create a new sound, ka. So ka, kaha. Kaha is an aspirated sound and ka is an unaspirated sound. The word aspirated means with extra breath. It is related to words like respire and inspire. We change how we use our breath or prana. We change the basic sound ka to create something new. But we can make other changes besides. Oh, actually, I have ka here. There is one set of consonants. So here is those first two, ka and kaha. But we can make other changes besides just changing our breathing. If you touch your fingers to your throat and pronounce the sounds s and z, you can feel your throat and vocal cords vibrate. This vibration is called voicing. Sounds like S don't use voicing, so they're called unvoiced sounds. Meanwhile, sounds like Z do use voicing, so they're called voiced sounds. All of the vowels we have seen so far are also voiced sounds. And just as we have the unvoiced consonants ka and kaha, we have the voiced consonants ga and gaha. That's those two bad layers right there. We can also make sounds by redirecting the flow of air. If we redirect this flow of air through our nose, we create the sound na. Since we pronounce na the same with help of the nose, it's called a nasal consonant. Na. So just from the soft palate, we get five new consonants. Ka, kaha, ga, gaha, and na. Now what happens if we use the hard palate instead of the soft palate? We get 5 more consonants. Ka, cha, ja, jaha, and na. And that's 10 right there. What if we use the tip of the what if the tip of the tongue touches the hard bump on the roof of the mouth? Then we get 5 more consonants. Ta, fa, da, daha, na. And likewise when the tip of the tongue touches the base of the teeth. Oh, wait, did I do the wrong ones? No, I didn't do the wrong ones. Nice. They are... There is ta, fa, da, da, na. And where are you? I know you're here somewhere. It's another na. There it is. And last na. Or when the lips touch. Pa, fa, ba, baha, ma. By using the 5 points of pronunciation, we created 25 different consonants. And then taken all together, these 4 sounds form a grid with 5 rows and 5 columns. The sounds in each row use the same point of pronunciation, and the sound in each of the column has similar properties. All the sounds in the first 2 columns, the ka and kaha columns, are unvoiced, and the others are voiced. All the sounds in the second and fourth columns, the kaha and gaha columns, are aspirated, and the others are unaspirated. And all the sounds in the fifth column, na, 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 ma, are nasal consonants. This simple scheme, which is almost 3,000 years old, lets us quickly understand how the different consonants relate to each other. The other consonants, and that just reviews the semi-vowels, ya, ra, la, and va, and also the sibilants. Ra has a rougher sound similar to what you might hear in Hindi or Spanish, and va is pronounced like a mix of the English V and W sounds. Va va. Alrighty. Where are you? I know I have you because I have to. I see one of you. So it looks like I have an alternate form here. Alright, whatever. I'll deal. We can disturb the flow of air to make a hissing sound. If we do so, we can create 3 new sounds. Sa at the hard palate. Sa at the roof. Oh. Sa at the hard palate. Sa at the roof. And sa at the teeth. I'm not really sure what the distinguishing parts of those are. I'll go through it another time. And finally, we can make a voiced hissing sound by using the soft palate. Ha. Alright. And those are respectively. First one. The second one. Meow. Is that it? Ah, there it is. On that one. So that was the first 3, and there is ha. We've now seen all the standard Sanskrit consonants all together. And where am I for time? And that puts me at a little over 13 minutes. This is gonna sing myself out as I've been recently doing the words throughout. And therefore oh, you know what? So, before I do that, and catch up a little bit on where I am in Wizardry 7, Crusaders of the Dark Sabbath. I've gone to, I finished pretty much most of the stuff in New City. I've gone to Old City. I've gone through the Old City ruins in the condemned area. I hopped over to Munkarama because I wanted to get into the area where you could get to the practice swimming pool. But then I realized that it was a whole ordeal just to get there. I was like, this is a pain. So I decided to go up to Orkoker Castle, and I don't know, I think I'm like maybe a third of the way through the beginning of it. I'm probably going to, like, I'm in Mercado's Sanctum at this point. I've gotten through the, the first set of fights to get past the armory and stuff. But now that I've cleared through that, quick update on my beloved Karyana Arkanasa. I got her some new tires. My beloved aunt actually got her some new tires, which is great because the ones that were in the front were just like, one was literally almost actually bald. Like, I'm not even joking. There was almost no tread on it, and the other one had like, I don't know, not even a quarter inch of tread. It was bad. They were both bad. They were both in rough shape, but Anyway, they got new tires. I'm leaking coolant pretty bad. Pretty sure it got a bad water pump. But recently got my tax refund, so I'm going to be taking care of my poor Karyana baby. My poor Karyana Zizu. My poor sweetie. But anyway, I'm going to be shopping for a new water pump. Order that online, talk to my mechanic, and get that bad Larry Junkerdon in. So, I would do it myself, because apparently it's mad easy. But, my park has issues about people working on their own cars. It's just a thing. It's part of the rules. Can't do it. Anyway, so, on that note, be a good neighbor. Wherever you're, like, living, try to respect as many of the local rules as you can. Because, like, for example, when I used to be a manager at Circle K, it was a good thing that I didn't, like, really try to study pyrokinesis. Because the number of times people's car would have caught fire because they decided to park in the fire lane. And I just was like, karma work instantly, please. The car never went full. But it's small, it's stupid, it's petty. But I was the manager of the place. People expected me to make exceptions for literally them, and it's everyone. I'm like, no. Acting like I'm unreasonable for expecting them to not park in the fire lane. When the store was literally next to a fire station. Like, it's possible the deputy fire marshal could have looked out her window and seen if someone was parked in the fire lane. I'm not even joking. Anyway, this is Oracle, gonna sing myself out, completing the consonant sounds all they have, and then there's a few more, and then that completes the coalescence of some scardom for me, and also for you if you're listening to me, and that'll complete, as it were, part of the grammar lecture for me that you're partaking by listening to we. Have a good evening from me to all of out there from Oracle me. Bum, bum, to all of out there. Have a good evening out in the we.